Were they getting it themselves? Were they just bringing it in off the net, bringing it in off Twitter? How were they?
Off Twitter, I think, weren't they?
Yes, they're pulling it on
National Twitter, if you want to look for keywords.
Based on, and then still had their own, as their crews were out, they just had their own data.
Right.
Now we have location-based Twitter asking that. So we're Twittering, right traffic with Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that there's a, Tanya and I, she were friends actually, and we were talking about some of this stuff on the way into the city today. And when the application that I developed is actually very simple. It doesn't involve even Twitter feeds, and everybody's saying, well, you should use Twitter feeds, and people should be able to, location-based iPhones and things. And I said, well, you know what? Everybody doesn't have those.
I'm really old school with BlackBerry.
Right, yeah. I have a BlackBerry too, and and my parents don't have anything. They don't even know how to use the internet. So, we met a guy from the USDA this morning who was talking about, the ability to talk to farmers when, there's a disaster that affects farmers, and, that they're using dial-up. So I think that there's, it's easy for all of us. I mean, there's an entire Apple store worth of technology in this room. But when you walk across the street, what does the guy in that house have at his disposal?
Yeah.
Over here, probably good.
Yeah, over here it's probably really high end. Right? If you go out to,
so it can't be sitting alone. You're still going to have to, and that's one of the things we found with DoD and our Bloggers Roundtable program and everything else we've been doing there, is that we have to integrate that with our normal channels, things we're doing anyway.
Right.
Because there's still people who get that information that way. Right. People at work, guys working in a factory, they aren't going to be having their cell phone handy more than likely.
Could be twitting.
I spent years as a welder, sitting down there in the dark under the hood, and you're not going to know until you get off work and you go, you get home.
Right. And there's lots of local, Washington, D.C. is a bit of a different animal, but, in most local communities across America, I think that you still have, and, not including Seattle, but you still have the local police department is the flow-through of information. And I'll just share a brief story with you. I have a 13-year-old who goes to our middle school, and he had a vehicle pull up to him 2 weeks ago and said, do you need a ride home, little boy? And my son said, no, I don't, I'm waiting for my dad. And the guy sped away. My son ran back to the school, which he noticed he's supposed to do, found the principal, had a great description because he watches cops. His description of the vehicle was so good, I thought he was making it up. He had everything but the license plate. So then, he conveys that to the principal, who writes it all down on a yellow piece of paper, who then calls 911, who tells the dispatcher, who then relays that to the cars on the, out on patrol, who then come and verify that I'm there and my son's not a maniac and the principal's actually there. And by that time, 20 minutes had passed since the vehicle had driven past my son. So, they put it out on the radio frequency that's shared by 3 towns around us, and then on SPEN in New Jersey, we have the State Police Emergency Broadcast Network. So by the time all that happened, it was 45 minutes since the car had driven past my son. And they're like, Mr. Enders, if this guy's around, we're going to find him. I'm like, he could be in New York City by now. So, when I look at the immediacy of what we all have in our pocket, if we all right now got a something from wherever we are, Georgetown Police or Washington Metro Police, that said, we're looking for a missing child, we're looking for a blue Cadillac with the DC plates, then we all become part of the solution, But there's so many people in that stream that you have to believe are the real deal, that that you're really hearing from the Seattle Police Department, and this is authentic, and then what do you do with it going